We are joined now by head coach Tim Bernero. And boy, walk me through those final 15, 16 seconds there. How did you see that with the spear on that dribble?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, we were trying to get a three. If we could have got, they forced us to the rim a little bit, and we just, again, it's one of those ones you try to figure out. Kids don't usually fall down by themselves. So, and she didn't slip. The floor was in great shape and everything. So, at the very least, I thought we might have been able to get to the free throw line again, which we did a good job of in the fourth quarter.
I noticed that right away. You began to attack the rim in that fourth quarter, taking the drive right to the rim, and that got you some easy free throws there, and it really kept you in the ball game.
Well, and that's the thing. When we talked about it, the other night at North Park, we did a good job of that. Even though the score was lower, we needed to. We seemed indecisive offensively for most of the game. In the old parlance of Walter Payton and that kind of stuff, we were playing way more east-west than north-south. So that's easy to guard if you just dribble it a couple times right, a couple times left, and pick it up. And when we kind of pushed the envelope going to the basket, we got a bunch of people to the free throw line. And that's what we got to do when we're not shooting the ball well from the outside. And some things kind of just hit you right between the eyes. Where it was, the last numbers I looked at was they were 10 for 20 from three, and we were 5 for 20. So there's 15 points right there. We didn't shoot the ball well. We had some pretty good looks, and our people that usually make those shots just didn't. But they got way too many easy three-point shots, and they're hard to guard. They're quick and everything, but the problem was, we talked about it earlier in the year, and it's one of those ones we kind of let go of tonight, is that if you know a kid's a good three-point shooter, it's really hard to guard them when your feet are inside the three-point line. You have to get to the three-point line so you can push them back off the three-point line and drive them out a little further. And we didn't do that. They were lifting the ball and making threes with us standing inside the three-point line.
Well, I think what's frustrating too is you went on the scouting report. I don't think you had Jocelyn Jacob as trying to hurt you from the outside, but she hit two clutch three-pointers in the ball game, and they were one of them I think was an open look, but she was 1 for 11 from the arc coming in.
Right, and she played a little bit last year. I remember the name. Played a little bit last year early on. Kind of, I guess, got passed over a little bit by the seniors, and she, that was what she did well. When she got in, we kind of recognized it a little bit, but it gave her. She wasn't a big part of the scouting report, but it's one of those ones, if she makes one, you better figure out to get her to the second one. So we didn't get her on either, and again, they knocked shots down, we just didn't.
You talk about that 15-point differential on the three-point arc, 10-point differential in your favor on the arc, or on the free throw line, and trying to take advantage of 21 turns tonight, getting 21 points off those 21 turns. That also kept you in the ballgame, particularly the press, that 2-1 press, 2-1-2 press that you threw out there. That's been disruptive here over the last 3 or 4 ball games.
We've got good activity. We've got decent length, so we can kind of bother them a little bit with that. We got to the point, and I was telling Sammy this all week, and I was scared about it, and it kind of caught up to us today, is that we're at 5 games in 10 days, and and if you play 6 games in general, you may not play 6 great games. We're playing 6 in 12 days and 5. This is the 5th one in 10 days. We just weren't as sharp. I mean, it's not an excuse, obviously, other than, they had a bye Tuesday and we had to play a 2-point game at North Park, but, so I think our legs, just maybe that's why we didn't make, we made free throws better, which is great, and hopefully that's something that stays. We didn't make the 3-point shots when we could, even toward the last few minutes. Of those, I think we might have got ahead. We had a couple looks that just, I think we expect to make, and they just didn't go in.
Kelsey Kashan tonight with 19 points. I like her game now is starting to develop again. She kind of struggled here in the early going, and there's that fine point from being aggressive to be overly aggressive, and I thought tonight she was aggressive. I think she was the victim of a couple of questionable calls, particularly the one that fouled her out on that moving screen. I didn't think that was her fault either. I thought she got held up. That left arm got hung up by the Elmhurst defender. But 19 points and 7 boards for the junior from Kashan, and that's what you need every night from her, is that kind of activity.
Right. She's capable of that, and we've got to, we keep looking to get her the ball in certain situations, and once she kept us in the game for a while there, and we just need that level of, we need to get that level consistently from her and from everybody else, where we can have, we're not looking for, for ups and downs. But that was a really good job by Kelsey to keep it. She was, for a while, she was the only one scoring in the middle of the game, and got us back in, kept us in it. But again, we just whether it's not all bad luck. Some of it's just, we got to be a little bit better, because she's always in foul trouble somehow, and I don't know that everybody doesn't like her, but we just got to make sure we get, we're working on that. We just kind of make sure that if we can prevent stuff, or try to do the best we can to prevent some of those things, we can keep her on the floor longer.
And just to provide some context there with Kashawn, her 19 points, 19 of the 26 points in the paint scored by Kashawn tonight.
Right, and that's, she, her and Bridget kind of can do that around there, But yeah, when she gets rolling and she simplifies things. Sometimes she gets in, trying to make too many moves, and she's such a strong kid with good touch. If you get her in the right position and we can get her the ball on time, it should be, she should be able to make the other team pay for that.
As I'm looking at things, I think things are setting up well for your team going forward, and
they are?
I think
okay.
So. Timmy, I'm trying to.
I believe you.
I mean, all I
haven't seen the other stuff, but
I'm just saying, if you get some consistent three-point shooting, and again, 25% is not going to get it done, but if you can get that percentage up to 30, 31, 32%, you and I talked about this before the game. I think if that percentage just comes up 7 or 8 points, you're in all these contests, and you probably win more than you lose at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back.
All things considered.
Yeah, right. In the last 72 hours, we lost a 2-point game and a 3-point game. And, I think we talked a little bit before the game too, John. There's 60 to 70 possessions for each team in a game, and, it's not always that shot in the fourth quarter. It's the one you gave up in the second quarter, or you forgot your assignment here, or you missed a layup, or you missed a couple free throws, and you put yourself in, like I said, we're still growing. We don't have a ton of margin for error. We need to be sharp, and we just weren't sharp enough to finish that one off.
Well, I can share with you the finals from around the league. North Park, a shocker tonight. They knocked off Illinois Wesleyan tonight, 65-63. That's back-to-back losses now for what was supposed to be a pretty good Illinois Wesleyan team coming in. And they lost to North Central on Saturday and fall to North Park tonight, 65-63. Carroll beat Augustana 73-64. And Wheaton, with some trouble tonight, finally got the win in a close match with North Central, 69-61.
Yeah, all the games have kind of tightened up recently, and it's just that we're in a situation where it's just every game's been pretty competitive. There haven't been a ton of blowouts the last week or so, and now you're in a position where I don't know what this does, but we got to figure out a way to win the game Saturday to get ourselves back in a position to maybe not be playing Tuesday, because that'd be another quick turnaround.
Yeah, this bumps you down in that 8th spot right now, as of right now, but that'll change in 48 hours. But, that keeps you with your 2 victories over North Central. At least secures the 8th spot. So if you have to play that play-in game, you would host it. But I think you'd rather have that time off and get to the quarters.
Right. That'd be ideal if we can get that. And, like I said, we can go down the line. We haven't played Augustana or Illinois Wesleyan, but everybody else we've played, Milliken kind of got to us early before we got our feet on the ground. I think we're better than we were when we played them. All the other games, everybody else we've played, we've handled North Central. The other games have been, North Park 7-2, this one 3. Wheaton, I forget what it ended up, but I think one was 11, the other one we were ahead in the fourth quarter.
Held them to their lowest point total of the season.
So we're capable. We've got to be on our, one of our better games. We don't have to play Villanova style against Georgetown, but we've got to be efficient. And, again, it's one of those things where we corrected the free throw thing. We shot those better tonight. We got there a bunch. We gave up too many threes. We didn't make enough threes. And, this team's doesn't revolve around the three like some of the teams we've had in the last few years. But you got to make, 20% is a hard way to live. If you make, like you said, if you make 2 more of those, 7 for 20 is not astronomical, but you probably win the game. So,
well, now
you hold them to 7. Now you take away some points, and we didn't do that either.
Quick turnaround as usual Thursday, Saturday. So now you got to change the game plan up a little bit here.
Yeah, look at it a little bit, see if there's anything we can dig out that they did that we can adjust and take away. I mean, they shot the ball really well, and they earned it, and we didn't take it away from them, and and they've got a nice balance. O'Donnell can hurt you inside. the other big kid. You have to guard her there. She works hard for position, and we just got to find a way to get them a little bit more under control on the defensive end, and then be able to to find a little bit more offense. They were almost at 50, they were at 52% at halftime and ended up at 49. So we never really got that under control. That's to have the team almost shoot 50% and lose on by one possession at the end. You'd like to think your defense could be better.
I heard you this morning with Bill and Pete on the Wake Up Kenosha show, and you were off the Schneid for a while. Now you're back on the Schneid here with this 2-game losing skid. We've got to get back off the Schneid again.
That damn Schneid, I don't know what that is, but it's, I'm thinking it's something that Milburn Drysdale came up with back in the day, and he was trying to make money off of and sold it to somebody. I don't, it's crazy that I don't feel bad. I know we lost by 2 and by 3. But I feel we can correct those things. We can get better, and the next time we see North Park or these guys or whoever, we'll see these guys on Saturday. But we can get better and clean some stuff up. We just, we didn't have the zip early. We kind of our legs weren't there. Maybe that's why we didn't shoot the ball from deep as much. And it just stood out to me that we weren't attacking until we were in trouble. You'd like to hit first. You'd like to be on the aggressive side early. They hit threes early, right in the first play of the game. Boom, and now it's 3-0. We're chasing 8-2, and we didn't have them controlled, and we didn't get offense started early. It's not fun getting beat up and fouled and stuff when you drive to the basket, but that's what we have to do to score and keep the game. Those you could see that. We were down 11, called the timeout, we hit a 3, and then I think we got the next 6 or 8 points at the free throw line. And those kind of play, when you get to the free throw line, and especially when you convert, you break momentum. It slowly comes back in your favor as you make free throws, as opposed to the dramatic swings of making the 3-point shots. And obviously, like you said, 25 made a couple critical ones in the late, third and fourth quarters that right when we were about to, I think, catch them or go past them, and that hurt.
Well, this, depending on what happens, might be our final broadcast of the year. I just want to thank you and Carthage for giving me the opportunity to call some games here, all 6 home games this year again, and it's been fun. And golly, I wish we could do a few more if we could.
Dadgummit, this was fast. We knew this was going to be different, and we played half the number of games and probably less than half of the time. Yeah. So it's rushed through, and I don't know, we never even got to go. I guess we have to go buy Portillo's for the boys down there, and we usually bring our donuts, but we have to make a whole trip down there and see if we can bother them. I would guess they wouldn't let us in. Shady guys like us, they're probably going. They probably got security and stuff that won't let riffraff like you and I in there.
I might be able to swing us in the door.
Well, you're. What? Let me sell it. Manly Men's Sports, 7:20 tomorrow. Be there or be square, right? John Weiser.
A lot to talk about.
Spraying to all fields of the.
Oh boy! But I thank you very much, Tim, and wish you the best here going into this final part of the regular season on Saturday. And if we don't hook up, good luck in the conference tournament coming up next week.
Thanks, John. It's just that you and I have known each other for a long time, and we've been talking. It's always great to be together. You're the best in the business, and we're fortunate to have you doing our games, and your friendship's even greater than the stuff you do professionally. And like we said, I'd like to just sit down and have a pizza and a beer, and when we can get back to doing this stuff and enjoy just the company and the camaraderie that we've had. So thank you very much for all you do, John.
Welcome to you, and thank you very much. And you and Rachel and the family enjoy the time. And I'll tell you what, I'll take you up on that softball season. Maybe we'll get together if they allow some fans. I got to come out and watch Ellie play, and maybe we'll catch something after the game.
I've got a bad thing because I'm a hard guy to hide. I can't hide in the bushes to watch the softball game at any of the CCIW facilities or whatever. I can't really blend in at my size, so it's we'll figure out a way. But I'm looking forward to that too. So it's thank you, John. Thanks for your time and all your great work. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Tim. Good luck.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Tim Bernero, Firebird basketball coach here, and the senior night loss tonight, 65-62. The